We're
We
live.
are.
Yay. I've never done like a joint live stream on YouTube. So this is fun. It looks like we have some people coming in.
Awesome.
So if you don't know, I am Heather of UU Yarns, and this is my boutique yarn brand. And today I have a special guest, my knitting bestie, Meaghan Schmaltz of the Unapologetic Knitter. And Meaghan had a special question for me. So I thought today we could go over it kind of together with you guys on our live stream. So, Meaghan, what's your
Yeah.
question?
Well,
Let's
thank you
start
so
there.
much for having me first, because of course I watch your live stream, and it's always fun to sit in the comments and see all the nice things that people talk about. But I have started spinning my own yarn. I've sort of started slowly with idealizing it and then actually got some fiber to try it. And I have made myself my very first mini skein.
Look at that.
And so I thought, because you have been my color guru for, well, I think we met 12 years ago, maybe the fall of 2011.
Wow, really? Was it
I think
11?
so. I think it's that long. So anyway, because I am a neutrals lover and I know that you are the special guru of color, I thought I would see what you thought I could do with this color or set of colors along with all of your amazing colors.
Okay. So that looks really pretty. Okay, so let's start by kind of picking that apart. So
Yeah. Let me
in
get
there,
so it's not a total mess. So, because it's my first skein, there's a lot of different weights of yarn in here. Some of it's really bulky, some of it's fingering weight. So, I think it's kind of averaging out like maybe a sport weight would be a good weight to accompany it.
oh, okay.
But if we look at the colors, we've got kind of like an aqua, we've got a pink, there is some white, but there's lots of this really bright blue.
Yeah, okay, so that's almost like my sapphire color.
Yeah.
So, actually, this is my sport weight here behind me.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
So I might have to rip my display apart here.
All right.
Um, so, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, so okay, so we can pair a color together. Oh, we're getting comments already. People
Are
are
we?
already like,
Oh, we've
"Pink,
got
pink."
we pink fans in
Okay.
the house.
Yeah, I like it. So are we thinking, yeah, I guess I gotta ask, are we thinking like cotton candy pink or are we thinking berry pink, everybody?
Yeah, I'd love to know what people think. I personally don't wear pink, but maybe that means it
Oh,
becomes a gift for someone else in that case.
okay. Wendy B. Hi, Wendy B. Haven't seen you in a while. Um, or the aqua. I was thinking aqua too, but okay, let's. Oh, everybody's on our hi, Becky. Anyway, I didn't even say hi to everybody this morning. I love
No,
it
we
when
just
we. I know. I was
we
so
just dove
excited.
in.
I said I was so excited to. I've got, I've got my cuppa and my friend, and I was like, let's go.
Yeah, and hey Becky, it's exciting to see you here. Becky is my friend from Minnesota who
Oh,
obviously got my newsletter this morning. So hi Becky.
yay! All right, so
um
it's actually okay, wait. So we're actually on with like a bunch of our friends because Wendy B, I think, is one of my knitters.
okay.
So,
Yay.
um, okay, so anyway, we're having an extended friends chat, so that's even better.
Even better.
Now, where I want to start before I go in hard for a color,
Yeah,
what kind of thing do you think you want to? So I'm guessing you want to make something larger with this one hank because it
right.
doesn't look like it's a ton of yarn.
No, that's actually a really good point. So this is about 87 yards, which won't get you very far. You might get a little beanie, but when
Yeah,
I finished this hank and wound it up, I did put a call out on Instagram to see what people thought. And someone recommended the Solaris shawl by Melanie Berg because it
okay.
just uses small pops of color. And I think that would help make this go the furthest, but then it
I
becomes the color choice for the main part.
right. I am just gonna pop it up here on my iPad so we can take a look at it.
Okay.
I usually like to drop links in the chat, but since we're on our phones today, I'm not quite sure how to do
Well, I
that.
have my iPad up beside me, so I think I can throw it in there. So
Okay.
let me see if I can do that. So we'll both look away from the screen here for a second.
So, anyway, if you're here joining us, I'd
Yeah,
love to hear where you're tuning in from. I am in sunny Oceanside, California, near San Diego. It's going to be about 79 here today. Um, Megan, what about you? Where are you
I
tuning?
am in Hillsboro, just outside of Portland, Oregon. And I believe we're already at about 79 degrees. I think our high is going to be around 85 today. It's going to be a really warm one. Um, which I think is what's getting me to spin a little bit too. Knitting is becoming a little bit harder when you've got bigger projects on your lap. So I am spinning in the meantime and looking for smaller projects to work on.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I guess you get like a different, like maybe the wheel gives you a little air
You get a little
cover.
distance. Yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
absolutely.
Okay, so I pulled up here the Solaris shawl by Melanie Berg.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna zoom in on that. So it looks like it's mostly one main color, but then it has these pops of like an accent color. Here, I'll show us on the screen. So that seems so it looks like they used sort of minis in the pattern. So that would be the perfect place to use something.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
Wendy,
Heather.
some heathers
Mm,
in there.
she's going for those neutrals that I love. Thank you, Wendy. Team
Uh,
neutral.
I might have to go fetch some of that. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a skein. How perfect, Wendy. I have a skein of heathers in wheat right here.
Ooh. So I guess my question, because obviously you can see in Melanie's that she's used a neutral for the main body of it, and then has those little pops of color.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, what color combinations would work well to make, say, the blue pop, or maybe go more subtle since I am not a bright kind of person.
Okay, well, I mean, so I was just gonna look through a couple other items here. So just for
Mhm.
another place to start, sometimes I like to browse through other people's projects on Ravelry, and this next photo on the shawl actually had an aqua pop with a gray silver
Great.
background.
Yep, that's awesome.
So, a good reason that works, if you kind of take silver, let me pull out I have these colors here on my table. So, if we take a really cool color like this aquamarine, which I think shows a lot in your,
Yep, there's definitely quite a bit of it. There's aqua and kind of a teal, which is definitely
oh,
my
teal.
wheel.
Yeah, but see, since they're both so cool and
Mhm.
they have like a similar tonality to them, one's not
Yeah.
really like heavier than the other. If you went to something deeper like charcoal or black, that
Ooh, it
really
really
makes
pops.
yeah, really makes that aqua stand off. But
Mhm.
if you go here, it's more of like a family thing. And then even if we add in some of those other colors that I'm just gonna use my colors to
Yeah.
kind of look like your hand spun.
Yeah.
So even that sapphire that's in there,
Mhm.
the silver's working on that, and then let's throw that cotton candy in there too.
See, magical.
See, those do kinda look pretty with the silver,
They sure do.
because they all are kind of on a cooler scale, and even though, the cotton candy has a warmth to it, it's still not super warm.
No, it's not. I think that's what I really like about it because it's not super. I don't know. Like I tend to stay away from the reds and the really warm pinks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm kind of feeling like all one color here in this shirt today, but I
No,
was like
I like it. I think it's wonderful.
I'm tonal.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. I hear that's very in this season, just all one. Yeah.
I just am one.
Yes.
Okay, I saw some stuff pop up in the chat, but again,
Sure.
since I'm on my phone, I'm not quite sure I know how to look at it.
So Wendy's got lots of great ideas. The wheat. Becky says lighter than the wheat. And
Oh.
then, and Wendy, I think we are connected because yes, the vanilla is wonderful, but I do spill things on my shirt, and if we can be really honest, I spilled my yogurt on my shirt this morning and had to panic clean it before I got on the video.
Do you remember that time we went out for beers with our husbands and they both had a toothpaste stain on their shirts?
Yeah, well, it's kind of how it rolls.
We were like, "Wow, that's fun."
Yep, yep, yep. Dress them up, you just can't take them out. All right.
Okay, so anyway, I don't know why I can't see the chat. It's making me mental. Let me
So
see.
it pops up in the bottom of our screen. I think we should probably
Oh,
clarify
I
for
got it.
people what we're
Okay.
experiencing versus what they're experiencing on YouTube because we just look like two stacked heads on our phone. They
Yes.
get a lovely panoramic screen with the comments that they can see as we go.
Okay, I got him up.
Okay, good.
Oh, I might have just ruined it. Or am I
We
there?
can hear you, but you're not moving.
Oh, crap. I'm here.
Okay.
Let's flip and come
Oh, there
back.
you are.
Okay, there we
Yay.
go. Okay. So anyway, if you can see the chat, that's great.
Yes.
Um, I'm not gonna F around with it
Okay.
anymore. Okay, so even though your yarn is saying it's almost a sport weight, we did have an idea of
Of the
this
worsted.
the worsted
Mhm.
in the Heather's wheat. This is
Yeah.
what the regular solid wheat looks like, and then this wheat has a little bit of silver and a little bit of charcoal
That's
in it.
wonderful. Yeah, which cools it. So what if you put that with the same sort of color combos?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, so yes, I got some preview photos from you of your handspun, and
Yes.
I was actually looking at it like on this table too. Becky says gray. Yeah, I think I might be leaning toward gray too, but I just want to know why. So, but I was looking at it on this table,
Mhm.
and it looks, it's not angry on there, but I
No,
don't know
it's
if I'd want
nice
to
on that
wear it.
warm brown. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But I don't have kind of a medium brown like that. So
No. No, but I
these
think the heathers could be really pretty.
there's also the chocolate, but that's kind of heavy.
Yeah. See,
It's
yeah,
very dark.
it's very dark. Yeah, I don't think that would be the way to go for me.
Okay, so what did you want me to hold up? The wheat with the colors?
Yeah, do the heathers with the colors.
Oh, okay.
Becky
Okay,
says it complements the skein versus adding another color with the gray. So that's good feedback.
that is. Ooh,
I mean, I don't hate that.
I know. Uh, I kind of actually.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
actually kind of really pretty. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we do that, look at it and then swap it out for the gray and see gray versus ooh though that gray though.
I mean, this has like a definite like coolness to it, and I
Yeah,
think this kind of warms things up about. I agree. I like the gray, but I'm also partial to the UU silver. Yes.
I Wendy, I hear you. I hear
If
you.
it that was the color I worked the hardest on, believe it or not. Like, you know, I kind of design these almost like getting paint. Like, you can take, how you can take in any color of anything to the
Mm,
paint store and be like,
yes,
"I wanna match this."
right.
And they put it under a little sensor, and, then they give you paint samples and you can try it. And that's kind of how it works. Like, I send swatches to my mill, and then
Yeah.
I get, like, 4 or 5 dye options back.
Oh.
And, um brushed silver was the hardest one because it would lean like taupe or muddy or
Mhm.
too black or too, so this was the one to get this crisp, clean, like everybody's saying, like, "Oh, I do love that gray." I worked really hard on it.
Well, there you go. That might be our winner then, which is only amazing because that's kind of the color of the original that Melanie used, but I think it's beautiful.
Oh,
So
yeah, it
that
is
might be the way
pretty.
to go.
But we do know you do like wheat with color too,
I
because
know. Look,
this
I was thinking about that one in the background.
yeah, because you designed this You Sew summer shawl too,
I
which is a
did.
whoa, this matches my outfit.
It does.
Too bad it's summer.
But I
Um,
think that was one of the first actually, and the Zoe cardigan is
oh,
also in wheat, the original, isn't it? Or
no,
no, the second version I did. Right, the second one I did for me was in wheat.
yeah. So yeah, you do like this color, but
I do.
I think for your handspun, well, there you can see the wheat with the aqua and the sapphire
And the
actually.
sapphire. But I think that pink, I feel like that pink with the gray is just kind of the winner. I would be so excited to see them pair up together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
everybody think? Are we all in agreement? Let's
Seems
get
like it. Lots of lots of cheers for the silver and the gray. So that's good.
good.
Yay!
Perfect.
Fun.
So yeah, and then you're gonna do the sport weight.
I think so. So, like I
Perfect.
say, like I've got some sections that are really, really thick when I very started the fiber, and then as we got closer to the end, I got lots of fine ones. But I think the sport weight will be the best overall for all the different weights that I've got because they look like little bobbins.
Yeah,
Bobbins, boy, spinning on the brain, bobbles, and so they'll work well
they're
with the
about the
thicker
same.
section. Yeah,
If
they're
you
kind
think
of
of a
the same.
sewing bobbin.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, that sounds like fun, and we will have you back on when,
When it's done?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. We will need a follow-up.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, do you have your knitting with you, your current whip?
Uh, well, I actually wove in all the ends last night and it's sitting in the living room. I finished
Wait.
off the big cozy cardigan that I was knitting from Andrea Mowry
Oh,
and
good.
wove in all the ends last night and now it's just too darn hot to put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we talked a little bit about why we wanted to have this conversation about this skein, and in the case of this one, this dyer is very sadly closing up shop, and I know that there's a lot of heart and soul that goes into every business, and making the choice to close up is really hard. So I can't get any more of this. But I thought, looking at how to combine colors for other special skeins that people have, like just a one off was a really fun way to look at your colors and what you might look for in a skein. Like if you have a special skein, what you would look for in the colors to pair with your yarns.
Yeah.
So like that, it seems like the tonality or like the warmth of the skein was kind of something that we really looked for in this
It
case.
yeah, you're right. That is true. I mean, I know I walk into a yarn store and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna make with that, but I want that one."
That one special one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it just calls to you from across the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we all have those, don't we?
Yeah.
I know. I'm surprised I don't have one sitting here because sometimes I just hold on to stuff.
Well, I know. Well, you've got plenty of yarn to look
Oh,
at behind
yes.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm not short on yarn, but that
yeah,
yeah, no. I still have a stash, which people don't realize.
right, right. Yeah,
Ah, well, I think that's great, and I do think these yeah, so I guess with all the multis, we really started focusing on warmth versus choosing one of those colors to pair it with.
to match
Yeah,
exactly, right.
yeah, that's a really good observation because we all kind of started doing that without thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it'll be nice that they're all like none of them are actually the same, but they all
Right.
just kind of work with it. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
and that shawl you chose, I love how it'll sort of, like, work through you'll get patches of all the colors, it seems like,
Yeah,
in
I think on any given row with those baubles, I might get different ones all the way across. And I was thinking a little bit about planning the yarns in terms of, you know, despite all my years knitting and designing, I still have a hard time guessing how much yarn I'll be able, or how much distance I'll get from a particular skein.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking about that project and how I'll have to start looking at how much yardage I use on a given row to find out how many rows of those bobbles I'll get to do, which, you know me, I love the technical side of it. So I'll be really excited to pump that part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. And yes, we would love to have you back for a follow-up. But in the
Sure.
meantime, where can people find you here on YouTube?
So I am the Unapologetic Knitter on YouTube, which I think now they've simplified and it's just youtube.com/ at the Unapologetic Knitter. And I am on a very similar schedule to you, where every Wednesday I have a new video where I talk techniques or methods for adapting patterns, just learning new skills to make your knitting journey better.
That's perfect. I know you've made my knitting journey a lot better with your technical knowledge.
Ah, thank you.
So, yeah.
We've had a lot of years to work through some knitting together.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. I know. Sometimes I look at our early work and I'm like, "Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. We need
Let's
some
up
refreshes.
let's update this one."
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on today, Heather. It was really fun to see you and get to chat with some of your regulars. And
Yeah.
as soon as I'm done that shawl and it cools down enough that we can wear it,
Yes.
we'll come back and show it off.
That's exciting. Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet Becky. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so
So,
much for hosting it.
yeah. All right. I'll see you
Okay.
soon.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, Heather.
Bye.